Let's go over to Phil Harding now and see how he is. Hi Phil, how are you?
I think initially so desponding.
Has it been worth making a new season?
Has it been worth it? You bet it's been worth it. I mean, it has been absolutely stunning. You can't really imagine just what a privilege and a pleasure it is to be here.
I bet you thought you'd never see this studio again, did you?
And I never thought I'd come back. Really is phenomenal.
Oh, that's nice.
And I mean, for me, two things really strike out, and both of them really relate to
Your sideboards.
So has it been worth it? You bet it's been worth it.
Phil Harding, getting to know Phil Harding, the real Phil Harding. Right Phil, on the screen is a picture of your most recent Lunchbox. Apparently you got to tell us a few things about that first.
Feel passionate about it, feel possessive about it. If somebody gets into it without your permission, or if anybody damages it, then you really tell them off. It's that important, because this is your laboratory. And what do you do if you go into a laboratory? It's clean and it's tidy.
Is that to keep the sandwiches clean and tidy as well?
Not only that they should be clean and tidy, they should be straight. They should be vertical.
Vertically? What? You ain't got to use a plumb line or anything, no, have you? Nothing like that stringent.
There is no allowance.
Jesus!
Those are the golden rules.
So there's a few rules then, Phil. I better get myself a pen and paper, mate. Fire away, how do we make this sandwich?
The earliest layer at the bottom, so you've got layer 110 right at the bottom.
Doesn't any sandwich start with the earliest layer at the bottom? It would be number 1. Hang on. What's the number written down on that one 2 up from the bottom?
It says 108. That is another different layer which is laid on the top of it. That is a later layer. And then comes layer 107. That's laid on the top of that. That is later again.
These layers, as confusingly as they are then, they start at 110. Are they all the same thickness?
On the top of that we have a big layer.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
But by looking at all those layers, we can actually see the sequence in which they were laid down. The earliest is at the bottom and the latest is at the top. Now, the next layer, there might be a big gap.
I don't think I can be bothered with all this, mate.
There may be a gap.
I think you've gone a bit too far with the instructions.
Then you start going out wider and wider and wider.
Surely there's no one who's going to be up for doing this.
If anybody gets and feels as passionately about it as I do,
No one's going to be up for doing all that, are they, Phil?
they will do exactly what I do.
Through all that.
Whether they do it the way I did it,
Can I at least borrow your spirit level?
you've got to find your own level and
Oh, cheers, mate. Thanks a lot.
see it through.
Okay, from Ralph and Bone, from Phil Harding and his sandwiches. Until next time, over and out.